Hey guys, it's Katie here with MOMnation, and I have one of my favorite guests today, JD, aka Jen Duncan. You may know her as in the group, and she is our new build ninja. And she's on. Hello, yes, give her a chance to say hello, Katie. And she is on our Team EvoAZ at eXp Realty. And today, JD, we're going to talk a little bit about a certain area of the valley. And just so you know, those of you following and watching, we're actually going to do these on all of the areas of the valley. So stay tuned. We'll have Katie back in a couple of weeks to talk about a different area. But today, we're going to talk about the area that she lives in.
Yes, I love this area.
You do, you do. I see you're enjoying the area as we speak.
Yeah, check it out. So
what's going on behind you? What is that?
That's the East Mark pool.
Dude, so that's like a huge, what is that? Is that a huge Connect 4?
Yeah, they have lots of cool games. They have Connect 4. They have like ping pong and stuff. And then inside they have like free skee ball and basketball and pool tables and all that kind of stuff. Really
nice.
Cool.
So so JD lives in East Mark, if we haven't said that. So this is the common area, right? So this is the clubhouse that everybody that lives there can use?
Yeah, so this is like what you pay into the HOA for. You got like the clubhouse, the pool, lots of cool events. But the splash pad and stuff, that's all City of Mesa. So it's kind of cool because like you can bring your friends and hang out at the splash pad and they won't kick you out or anything. Not like private park, you know?
Right, nice. So there's no restriction as far as who accesses the splash pad, but there is with the pool, right?
Yeah. So the pool, I could bring like 4 guests. So if we can get a couple moms, we can do a mom's night out at the pool.
Well, like if you can get a couple of moms that live in East Mark, which we know there's handfuls and handfuls, so they can each bring 4 guests. So we could like literally just take over the whole pool.
We could. We have before actually. We had a huge play date and we all ended up going to the pool.
Oh, that's funny. And I remember you had your daughter's last birthday party there as well.
Yeah, that was super fun. So we're super grateful to be able to do a lot, but there's tons of kids here, which is really cool. A lot of young families.
Well, talk to me a little bit about that. Let's give, I guess, the cross streets and kind of all that basic stuff of the area. And it's not just East Mark. I mean, there's a few other really great neighborhoods around too.
There are. There's also Bella Villa. So where the main cross streets are like Ellsworth and Ray-ish.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
East Mark is like 5 square miles, so it's really big. There's also Cadence, which is brand new. That one's a little bit more tight, like a little kind of tight-knit, smaller lots. But they have really cool parks and water slides and stuff like that. Bella Villa has some really cool parks. There's other neighborhoods like Healy Place, I think it's called, and let's see, there is Mountain Bridge, I think. I'm not positive.
Mountain Bridge might be further north. It's Mountain something though.
Mountain Heights.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah. Get the mountains and the ranches and all that stuff mixed up.
I know. Like every other neighborhood is Mountain Ranch something.
Yeah. So our zip code here is 85212. It's kind of funny because it's actually Mesa, but most of East Mark, like south of Warner, is Queen Creek Schools.
Interesting.
So, yeah, so it's not Mesa, it's Queen Creek Schools, and then north of Warner is actually Gilbert Schools. So a lot of people don't realize that when they're looking at areas either.
Right. And I've heard wonderful things. I don't have a child in either school system, but I've heard wonderful things about both.
I think so. Gilbert, I think, is rated number 1 actually. Queen Creek is probably not far behind because they're really awesome. The brand new schools are opening, I guess, in 2 weeks? 2 weeks from today, school starts.
Oh, that's crazy. This summer's flying by.
I know, and then brand new high school, and they brought the principals over from the other schools that are like more established. So that's really cool. So it'll be really awesome. Lots of technology and stuff like that.
Nice, awesome. So tell me a little bit. Let's go a little deeper into the location. The area has grown quite a bit out there.
Yeah, it has. When I first came to look out here in like 2005. East Mark was still the GM proving grounds.
Remember? I know.
GM cars. and the 202 was still being built. So it was that long ago. Ellsworth was like one lane and it led to like Queen Creek, but there was nothing out there. So it's grown a ton. They're building new shopping centers. The 202 is there now, so it's like super quick. I think it's like 3 minutes to get to the 202.
I was just going to ask you a couple of, to just help people kind of gauge a little bit. Because when I first went to your house, I was like, oh, I'm coming from Ahwatukee. It's going to be a long haul.
Yeah.
But it actually only took me about 20 minutes. I mean, there was no traffic. It was like a Saturday or something. It actually only took me about 20 minutes. I came off of Pecos, hit the 202, and boom. Both Matt and I were super shocked. We're like, wow, we're already here.
Yeah,
so,
it's not bad at all.
You're just a few minutes off the 202. How far from the 60 are you?
The 60 is like 3 miles.
So that's not bad. So you've got the South Freeway, you've got that North Freeway. You can obviously hook up to the 202 and go all the way north if you want to. Approximately how far are you from Mesa Gateway?
It's like right next door. So like
super
on
close,
the other
right?
side of Ellsworth. Yeah, it's really close and it's supposed to be growing a lot. I heard they're supposed to get more air carriers and stuff like that, so you don't have to drive all the way down to Phoenix.
But if you had to drive to Phoenix, approximately how far, figuring if it's a high traffic time of day, it's going to be a little different, but approximately how far are you to Sky Harbor?
It takes like 30 minutes. It's not that bad.
That's not bad at all.
So Chris has an electric car, so he can ride in the carpool lane. So that's a good hint if you want to like commute from here. But it's like 30 to 45 minutes like with traffic. It's not that bad.
Awesome. And then how close are you to Queen Creek, Santan Valley, if you wanted to skip down there, if you had a play date or something?
All of the shopping and stuff that's at Ellsworth and Rittenhouse is like 10 minutes. It's not that bad. It takes a little longer when there's traffic, but there's back ways you can go to get around it. So all the roads are getting a lot better. And like if I want to go to that cool splash pad down in Queen Creek, it's like 10 minutes. It's not bad at all.
And that's the shopping center you frequent, right? You normally go to is the one in Queen Creek, correct?
There's actually a couple. So like Santan Village is only 10 minutes away.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it's quick. So I could go there. There's big shopping at Power and Ray down in Queen Creek. And then there's a bunch of stuff up at Signal Butte and Baseline too. So there's really no shortage of stuff. And they're building a new Safeway shopping center right on our corner too.
Nice. So to get groceries, it'll just be like a snap.
Yeah.
And where's your favorite pizza place? Is that close?
Favorite pizza place is called Brooklyn V's, and it's actually in Queen Creek. So yes, we do drive for Brooklyn V's. They have other
It's
locations.
worth it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, I love it. Tell me a little bit about the house types out there. Does it run the range of like single family, gated? Like, tell me about that.
There's houses in the 200s all the way up into like the 800s. So Eastmark has like the 0 lot line type homes.
So no yard.
They have small yards. The ones over here, they have like a side yard, and it's low maintenance. But the houses are actually good size, and those start in the 200s. But then there's also the estates that are like way higher and gated and stuff like that. Ours is kind of middle ground, and there's tons of young families like in our price point, so I kind of knew that going in.
Right.
Yeah, but they have everything, and they're coming out. They're doing more of the higher density houses. So if you're more on a budget and you just want to get in and be in the area, the new section is starting now. And then there's other homes that are a lot bigger for like bigger families that are like in the 400s or so.
Nice. And outside of Eastmark, if somebody wanted to be on a custom home on an acre, for instance, is that fairly close to the area that you're in?
No.
You have to go a little deeper south.
You'd have to go into Queen Creek.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like kind of country areas down there, so it's like country but in the city, which is really cool.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that there'll probably be more lots and stuff up here opening up as that freeway goes through.
Yeah.
So the 24 It's like a little, they call it like a dogtail. It goes off the 202, and that's what drops you off at Ellsworth. It's going to cut all the way through to Ironwood. So all those people out in Santan Valley who feel like they're really far, it's not going to be far anymore.
Totally true. Yeah. I mean,
Huge,
just
huge.
expansion all around. I was just in Santan Valley, and you know me, I drive all over the place all the time because of what we do. And I just happened to have not been in Santan Valley for a little while. And holy smokes, when I was out there, the roads are different. Like all this stuff is crazy, crazy expansion.
It's crazy. They have like the coolest shopping and stuff. Like, you know, that, what is that Barrio Queen place in Gilbert? They're building one down at the Queen Creek Shopping Center. So
it's so good.
A lot of cool stuff.
That's awesome. What do you feel like attracts families to the area? I mean, you mentioned the price point, which I think is a really great point. Price point, is a good point. As far as attracting, you know, younger families, people looking for starter homes. But is there anything else about the area that you feel like in particular attracts families more often than not?
I'm thinking it's probably the newness. Everything is newer. You know, I mean, I love Chandler and Gilbert. Those are like my favorite areas too. Yeah. But some of the homes are getting older and they cost more and they need some updates. So, you know, a lot of those are built in like the late 90s and stuff. They need like a new roof, new AC units, all that kind of stuff. But out here, I mean, everything's newer, so you don't have to worry about as much maintenance, I think. Obviously budget for, you know, for young families and stuff like that. But the schools are great. And I love that there's not like crazy traffic, you know, like when we lived in Tempe for a little bit and it was just a little like nuts, you know, great area, close to things, but I just don't like traffic.
I feel you.
There's really not, they can't really go much further east than, I think it's Meridian. They can't build over there. I think it's like, I don't know if it's reservation or something, but it all kind of stops there, which is nice. So you won't get like a heavy amount of traffic.
Makes a lot of sense. Anything else that you'd like to add about the area that we haven't talked about?
I don't know. I mean, we love it here. I mean, our daughter is an only child, so the fact that we have kids knocking on the door like every 2 minutes to play is huge. I've heard of a lot of people say that people don't come out in their neighborhood, and that's just not like it. It's so normal for everyone to like come together at the park, barbecue, like without planning. You know, like we don't have to plan play dates; they just happen, which is really, really cool if you have young kids.
I've heard that about the area, that it's very, very neighborly. I don't know why. It just is.
It could be. I mean, the social media here is huge. Like, there's a big neighbors group, so people look out for each other. We also have a little neighbors group for our section too.
Oh, cute.
So, you know, like if something's going on, you could be like, hey, you know, Alex is over at my house or something, just in case you didn't know. Or like, you know, someone loses their dog, everyone starts going to look for them, which is really rare, I think, from what I've seen in Arizona, because we have that in New Jersey, like tight-knit community. But this is the first time I've really experienced it out here. So I'm just going to ride with it.
I love it. No, I love it. I get very jealous when I see all your pictures of like the 15 kids and you're like, that's just a regular afternoon. My kid would love that.
Yeah. One of the neighbors had a birthday party for her daughter who turned 3 yesterday. And we did it at one of the splash pads, and there were so many kids there. Cute. It was really cool.
That is awesome. Well, JD, I appreciate your time. JD, aka Jen Duncan, aka the New Build Ninja. Now, just because she is the New Build Ninja and that is her expertise does not mean she does not know about resales, because you hear her rattling off all this information. So, JD, what is your text-friendly phone number?
My phone number, 480-707-7554. Again, it's 480-707-7554. You can message me on Facebook too, just Jen Duncan. What else? We also have the Eastmark Experience page. You can message on there too. So that has a lot of up-to-date information on there.
Awesome. And all day, every day, you're constantly answering questions for people at all levels, whether they're ready to buy now, 2 years
Yes.
from now, whatever it is. And is advice still free?
Oh, for sure. And I'll talk to you about it all day long.
Awesome.
And I have lived in just about every area in the Phoenix area, so I can kind of talk about the different areas, not just East Mark.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for the next time that we meet again because we'll be talking about another area of the valley for our mamas.
Yes, for sure.
All right. See you, JD.
Bye.
Bye.